What's up, guys? Alpine Gremlin again here with some more World of Tanks. You know, I know you guys are probably tired of watching T-62A footage, and I do have a T-25AT gameplay lined up also for you guys, so don't worry, there is more variety coming. But I really had to show you guys this particular game, just because, you know, I love the T-62A. It's a great tank. It's pretty well balanced and well rounded. It's a fantastic brawler, and it's got great DPM and an amazing turret. And it's reasonably quick on its feet. However, it has shortcomings. One of those is, in certain situations, you just cannot carry in it. This is in part due to the low alpha damage. Yeah, you got great DPM, but you do less damage with each shot, meaning that if you're in a position where you're up against several enemy tanks that are on a good amount of health, you're gonna have to hit them a hell of a lot more than they're gonna have to hit you, which means you're gonna have to expose yourself to fire a hell of a lot more. And for this reason, sometimes you just don't have the alpha damage to put enemies down. You can do a lot of damage in this thing, but sometimes it's just not enough, as is the case here. So we're on steps playing encounter. Like a medium tank should, I'm gonna go to the cap, because I need my room. I need my cover and my room to maneuver. I'm gonna let the heavies and the TDs do the brawling there. However, you can see that a lot of the heavies are coming this way. Now, the thing about steps encounter is the cap is not a guaranteed win. Capping fast doesn't always work, and and it seldom does in most cases. Yeah, you can get a lot of people on the cap and quickly cap out while the people on the 1 and 2 lines are fighting and keeping them busy. But if you get on the cap, if you don't have enough people here on the 1 and 2 lines and the enemies get pressured to actually come to the cap, they're going to just roll them. That in most cases, they're not going to hold back. That means that you're going to get surrounded here on the cap eventually, especially if there's things like artillery in play and fast tanks that can get there quickly. So here's my first target. Jagdpanther Spy gets killed. I got 2 shots into him. So remember, I am keeping my hold down position here because it is important. Obviously, this tank does not have very good hull armor, so I'm just showing my really well armored turret. Now there isn't a whole lot of activity here, and because all of my most of the enemies are here on the 1 and 2 line, and because a lot of our heavy hitters went to the cap, these guys are just completely rolling this flank. We're already down 4 tanks. The score is 1-5. So there's another target, a T-34. Now what I like to do on this map is I kind of vanguard over the cap circle. I keep enemies from getting to the cap and resetting. That's what I do in my medium tanks on this map. I don't actually get on the cap because I don't particularly like the idea of just sitting in the middle of a circle while the enemies come and surround me. So there's my first kill. T-34 is out of the fight. Now I've only seen tier 8s here, and I really should get my ass moving here because, you know, we're running out of time. So I decide I'm going to go help the middle, but I get spotted and I get shot by a Jagdtiger. Now the Jagdtiger is somewhere in those bushes over there. I take a clutch shot at that Type 62. Now there's the Jagdtiger, he's spotted. Now this is where the DPM does come in handy. He uses an automatic fire extinguisher, but now he's spotted and he's in a lot of trouble. I know where he is, I'm going to blind fire him, making sure that he can only see my turret. But he does manage to penetrate the very flat, unangled cheek. Now this is where... Now I'm going to show you guys the penetration in a second, but first I'm going to just dispatch this guy real quick. That hit, so now we're going to take him out. Alright, so this is where he penned me, right on the side there. Now, high pen guns like the Jagdtiger's 128 can actually get through that. However, it's all RNG if it actually hits that spot, because that's a pretty small target compared to the rest of the turret, and in most cases, as you guys have seen, most shells will just bounce off this thing's turret. Alright, so you can see now they're flooding into the middle of the map, these guys. Now, we're almost going to win this. you could see, I'm thinking, alright, well this might be one case in which capping fast actually might work. But meanwhile, I'm putting some fire onto these guys here because I'm not spotted. See if I can't take out that tortoise. 89, 90%. The GGs are starting to come out. Good game and all that. And reset. Artillery blind fires the guys in the cap and resets it. So now we're in trouble. Now, I could get on the cap, theoretically. I could get on the cap, but at this point, now that it's been reset so far, it doesn't make sense to do so. Because now I'm just going to be at a disadvantage where I can't move around. So I need to get into a position ahead of time where I can get some supporting fire on these guys. So I'm going over here to the side because I know that they're going to take the most direct route. You see, there's the T-110E3. All those guys. Now they're completely ignoring me because they need to get on the cap, but it's going to prove to be a bad choice for them. I'm going to take out the Jagdpanzer E100. He's down. Now for the E3. I'm going to track him. And now I'm going to keep him perma-track there. The AMX gets out of the way. So I'm just putting shots after shot into this T-110E3. Because he has the biggest gun. I want to get him out of there. Track him again. Now the tortoise is coming over the hill, so I got to finish this guy off quick. He's down. Now it's time for the tortoise is coming over the rise. But you can see they are resetting. Tortoise clips my my lower hull, and I take him out. 5 kills. Now I got to take out that Patton because the Patton's has a higher rate of fire, so he can reset more effectively. I fire, clutch, and miss. So now I've got to move up on these guys because I'm not doing a whole lot of good here. I have to keep myself in the fight, even though I only have 491 HP. I've got the DPM, so I need to get on these guys and keep the pressure on so that they stay away from the cap circle. There's the Patton. Prioritize him. Love coming over. He's obviously a little bit late to the fight, but now it's time to DPM him because he has a pretty low reload. He has a pretty slow reload. Set him on fire, and he doesn't get to fire a second shot. The T-54A1 takes out the Patton. I'm taking artillery fire. Now I've got this E100 all to myself. Put one into his side. Now, here is where the T-62A's weakness comes back. This right here was completely RNG. He's at 272 HP. My T-62A does an average of 320 damage. So I'm feeling pretty comfortable with just sitting out here and taking this last shot, because I'll be reloaded by the time he comes around and gets his turret to bear. So, you know, why not? Take the time to aim and roll him for 269. He's on 3 HP, and at this point, it's too late, and he whacks me. Takes me out. 3 HP. Now, this is where I'm obviously pretty upset about this. Now, you can see he's on 3 HP, and my team is just absolutely refusing to take him out. And I don't understand. He's at 3 HP. And yet we still have a T-32 and a T-110E5 in the cap circle. Yeah, they're on low HP themselves, but that E5's got the element of surprise on it with him. So why are you going to sit in the cap circle and get blind fired by Artie when you could take out the E100? I'm obviously pretty upset about this, so there's the E100. Now the E100 takes out the T-32 because these guys decide to go one at a time. So he takes out the T-32. Finally, this E5 decides that he's going to come over and take a shot at him. And, alright, finally that E100's dead. But he gets hit by artillery. Now the only one left is the T-54A1. So I'm just going to fast forward this because there's really nothing more to say. There's the arty. One of the arty, anyway. So T-54 takes out the Geschützwagen E-100. And fast forward. And there's the arty on the map. I don't actually spectate him, but there's the arty on the map, and he takes him out. And that's a loss. Wow. Now, if that isn't heartbreaking, if watching that wasn't heartbreaking in itself, let's take a look at the post-game stats. Okay, here is the very, very depressing after-action report. I got a Top Gun out of this, first of all. 6 kills, even on a loss. I got 79,000 credits about on a loss without a premium account. You could see there on the leaderboard now, we're looking at the team score. I got 1,340 experience. Base experience, undoubled on a loss. I did 8,684 damage. 6 kills, obviously, again, Top Gun. 32 shots fired, direct hits 30, 29 penetrations. I received 4 hits and 4 of them which penetrated for a total potential damage of 2,270, so a little bit more than my average HP pool. I detected 4 enemy. I damaged 4 enemies, which I don't think that's correct. I don't think this site is correct because this isn't the actual screenshot I took from the game. So don't really look at that as much, but I did a good amount of traveling, about 2.13 kilometers. So, because I definitely, you know, I damaged more enemies than 4, and probably detected more than 4. So, that's a little bit inaccurate. But the other stats are completely accurate, I think. Now, what could I have done better? Well, maybe if you guys paid close attention, now that I look at it, I had a shot in the rear of that E-100's turret before I actually drove out as much as I did. And I guess maybe if I had stayed in cover a little bit more, he wouldn't have even had the chance to get his gun on me, or he would have just had to shoot my turret. So I actually probably could have actually beaten him and finished him off for that 3 HP if I had done that. But I think that's nitpicking, in all honesty. You know, I mean, I know there's some things I could have done better, but I mean, like, you can only carry so hard, and I really don't think that. I think that's a minor argument compared to what I actually accomplished in the game. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this, or you're now crying and raging at the incompetence of random teams. But anyway, I hope you guys found that entertaining, and I'll catch you next time. Thanks for watching.